Well, hey guys, welcome to my new channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Barry. I have another channel with my wife. It's called Just Winging It with Barry and Lori. But for those who do know me, know that I'm a die-hard fisherman, hunter, outdoorsman. Anything I can do outside in the wild, I just feel right at home. I love it. It's a passion of mine. It always has been ever since I could walk. I've always loved the outdoors. My parents used to always tell me I have the north of my blood, and it's such a true thing. So anyways, I've been hunting for quite a few years now. I've been fishing all my life. I love it. I just love the outdoors. Just being out here just makes life great. I'm an avid moose hunter. I hunt deer. Don't hunt bear very much. I just never had the want to hunt for bear. I am First Nations background, Scottish and First Nations background. So I don't know, there's always been part of me that has never really wanted to hunt bear. I was told by a healer, we used to call them medicine man a long time ago, and now we're healers. He was an elder. Anyways, he told me my spirit animal is a bear. I've often walked beside bears. They've never really bothered me, and so I just kind of keep it that way. My wife does want a bearskin rug though, so at some point I probably will, because I do try to keep my wife as happy as I can. So anyways, what I'm doing today is it's getting ready for the moose hunt. It's the middle of, well, end of August. So moose hunt's going to be another month or so away, a month and a half. About a month for bow hunting, which I do. I do bow hunting. I do rifle. So during the summer, I always put some salt licks out. In Ontario, it's legal to put salt licks out. Other provinces, not. I don't think you're allowed to in some provinces, but in Ontario you can. So I generally put them out during the summer and just come and check on them every now and then. I got my trail cams out. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going out, driving down where we usually come out to try to harvest some moose. And yeah, I'm gonna go check my salt licks and see if I have any pictures, and I'll post what I have. So in the meantime, enjoy the drive-in. Welcome to my channel. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, do whatever you want to do, because there's going to be a lot of content coming on. I'm going to be doing lots of special things, like I'm going to show you how to make a moose call out of a birch bark. If you're out in the bush and you want to do a bush call or a moose call, I'll show you how to get some bark, work it so you can get it. I'm also going to show you how to do moose calls. I'm going to show you different types of tracks, and yeah, for just we'll talk about different types of rifles, all the stuff that's fun with hunting. Yeah, so sit back, enjoy, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and enjoy the content. Thanks. Okay, so from here on, we're gonna walk in. I'm gonna get my gun with me just in case, just for protection. The gun I hunt with is a Tikka 7mm. I love my gun. I love it. It's harvests a lot of moose for me, and I use a Vortex scope. I love Vortex. They have an outstanding warranty. Their glass is so clear, and I just love it. I used some competitors before that, and a hunting buddy of mine kind of turned me on to them. And I went on Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's, and two of my favorite stores of all time. And yeah, I'm just trying to do this with one hand while I hold the camera. Like I said, the gun is basically for protection for me right now, just in case there's any bears or anything. I've never encountered mountain lions or cougars, I'm sorry, but we do have them here. They've been spotted a few times. Bears I've kind of dealt with many times, and I find with bears, as long as you know that they're there and you let them know that you know they're there, generally they'll leave you alone. We deal with black bears here, so it's a little bit different. I guess I shouldn't really be kind of whispering, but I'm gonna make noise while I'm walking through here, just so you know, if you're walking through the bush, unless you're hunting, which I'm not doing today. I'm basically just checking on my salt lick, and gonna go and just check and see if there's been any activity with it. But it's always good to kind of make yourself known while you're walking through these areas, so it gives any animals knowing that you're there, so you don't come up and surprise them. A lot of bear attacks happen from surprising, say, a mama bear and her cubs, her cubs, their cubs, and of course she's gonna lash out and try to protect them. So as long as they have some knowledge and know that you're around, can hear you, chances are they're gonna go the other way before you even have contact with them. So now I didn't bring my GPS with me. Now I got to remember exactly where I put the salt lick, because geez, I put it out here a couple months ago. So time to go for a little walk. I know it wasn't too far from here. So anyways, a little more about myself. The channel's name is Walking with Bear. Just came up with that like right this second. The reason why I'm going to call it that is all my close friends, my wife, everybody, they all call me Bear. Short for Barry, obviously. So yeah, I figured, well, I do a lot of walking in the bush, do a lot of hunting, a lot of fishing, a lot of just being outdoors. So what's more fitting than walking with Bear? So yeah, now the quest is, let's find this salt lick. Now I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe a bear probably knocked it over, because I didn't really have it propped up on anything really crazy. I had it basically beside a slash pile, and somewhere I knew there was a game trail, and some moose tracks, some bear tracks, all that kind of stuff. Where it was a pretty active game trail. So I'm going to just keep walking along the edge of this slash pile. I'm gonna pretty sure it was back there, but there's one area where I used to always cross. Now I just got to find that, and then I can go from there. Hey guys. Geez, I walked all this way around and was going all around looking for this salt lick, and it was basically almost right beside where I put my my truck, or my side-by-side. It has been knocked over, so I'm assuming, well, maybe a moose came in, knocked it down, or more likely probably a bear. But you see some tracks here in the ground. You see a nice impression right down there. It's kind of hard to tell right now, but we're getting into some dirt here, so we'll be able to see if there's some moose. See if there's some tracks. Looking like some moose tracks here. Yeah, you can see coming right up to it. So here we go. Moose tracks right there. You can see right here. Some tracks there. Tracks there. So they're coming right up to where the salt lick was. So it's like a cow, young cow. And yeah, there you can see some tracks here where things are being kind of beaten down. Same with on this side. So let's I try to make these as natural as possible. I just grabbed a stump and I just kind of put the salt lick on there. You can see that it obviously has been getting some usage, so that's always good. It's a hot spot. Down where I am though, that's the place to be. But I'm just going to fix this salt lick up and we'll be on our way. Perfect. Okay, so I got the salt lick fixed there behind me. You can see it. You generally want to stick it up off the ground. Moose generally don't like to stick their heads down too low to the ground. I mean, they will. But, so what I did here is I found like a couple of logs laying down. You can see this set up here. They're kind of laying down. Then I found just like a stump. It was cut. And then I like to prop up the salt lick on top of that. So when the moose come by, they don't have to lower their heads too much. And they can get a good little time at the salt lick and kind of go from there. So yeah, like I said, I don't have a camera on this one, but my next two I do. So we know that it's working because we saw a moose over in the side earlier, and there's lots of fresh tracks right here. You can see all around. So that's always a good sign. I love, you can see where they're coming in, coming out. I'm kind of walking the trail right now where they came in and out, and go from there. The good thing about this is, yeah, oh yeah, lots of fresh tracks. On the camera you can't really see it, but when you're in person you can see it a lot more. You can see the indentations, you can see how the ground is disrupted, and yeah. So this is just a beautiful territory, beautiful moose country. These areas are great. It's bad. I generally don't like to be political with any of my channels and all that, but this is, I don't know if this could be considered political, but there's an issue right now going on with some logging companies and just government stuff. And there's a petition out there, and I'm against it. And a lot of hunters, a lot of people are. It's the spraying that they do after they do clear cuts and stuff. Companies will come in years later and then they'll put this spray down, and basically just kills a bunch of different things. I'm not a scientist. I don't know exactly what it does. All I know is I can see the effects. The reason why I had to drive so far, like out to this area, is because they sprayed the other area, and now no moose, no nothing even walks through there anymore. Like, they avoid it. So if you see the wildlife avoiding certain areas and not going into those spots, you know it's not good. So if it's not good, if they're eating that stuff which they avoid, it's not good for us. So you go in there and there's blueberries. Oh, you pick those blueberries, you're gonna get sick too. So just be aware of those kinds of things. So if you see spraying in this area, just know that your hunting's gonna be screwed for the next probably 2 to 5 years in that spot. So anyways, like I said, I don't like to get political, but let's move on to the next spot. All right, okay. Anyway, see they're really using this area. It's always been kind of a highway spot. You can see you got a calf right here. See the little calf track right there. Cow and the calf are walking together. So yeah, they use this spot quite a bit, so it's very good. It's good for knowing that there's people around. Okay, thanks. Okay, so I'm just making my way into the area where I have the salt lick. It's a nice, very, very nice spot. We harvested a cow here a couple of years ago. It's a great spot in between two cuts. They generally like to make their way through here. So we're just gonna walk in, go check the salt lick, go check the trail cam, see if I have any pictures, and we'll go from there. Meanwhile, when I'm walking in, I'm always looking for signs of like the moose coming through here. Like I said, they use certain areas here like almost like highways. So you generally want to try to get those spots, get the salt licks in around that area, just because you know that they're using these areas to walk back and forth. There's a couple lakes, a couple ponds around this area, so moose love water. They love the swamps, but they also like the high grounds too. And so if you can find a spot that has like everything kind of mixed in, you're doing pretty good. And generally you'll want to put your licks around there, put your trail cams, go from there. Like I said, this one I put right on the edge of the bush line, kind of off to the side where it's hard to see from say other hunters who might be coming out trying to scope your area. Generally, here's myself, I go out, like I said, a few months before and I start putting these out. I will do a lot of calling, try to call bulls in, cows. Oh, can't really call a cow in. Sometimes you can call a bull and he will have maybe a cow with him, or sometimes he'll even push the cow out. Kind of bad, I guess. He'll push the cow out and see if anything happens. Well, I can see some fresh tracks through here. Sometimes you'd be amazed at where a moose will go, and you're like, how the hell are they walking through this? I can barely walk through it, but they're so adept to it. And yeah. So anyways, here's my salt lick. It's being knocked down. There are some tracks around here. You can see where the ground has been kind of indented. And there's my trail cam right there. So as you can see, it's like a trail right here, right on the edge of the bush. They'll use this and walk along, and they're not really out in the open. You can see where they kind of come around here too. You can see where the little game trails, and you can see all this. So again, I'm going to fix this trail cam up, or I'm going to check the trail cam, and I'm going to fix up my salt lick and put it back up, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, things are going great. Talk to you soon. So yeah, that's the thing about hunting. There's a lot of work involved, and if you want to put the time in, and the effort, it's great because you get some really good meat. I mean, that's the main reason why I hunt. I love to put the meat on my table for my family. We all love moose, we all love venison or deer, and like, I love all wild meats, partridge. We try to eat as much wild meat as we can. Just the way we are. We live up in Northern Ontario, right in the middle of Ontario, and Northern Ontario is beautiful, and the hunting is amazing. So anyways, gonna move on to my third and final spot, and hopefully we got some action there. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay guys, I was just driving along, and I came up on this spot, and this is just amazing. This is what, you know, you gotta watch out for when you're hunting out in the outdoors. I was kind of going along, and I stopped as soon as I saw it. These are pretty fresh tracks. So you can see there's a cow and a calf here. And you can see they've been, there is some action going on. You can see the dirt is all tore up. This is fairly new. This is pretty darn new. You can see where the cow has been kicking around. And if you notice one thing that's in with these tracks, you see she's kicking around, and look what's right here. You got wolf tracks. So you got the wolf tracks here. What the wolves will do is they're going to chase the cows and the calves around, and they're going to try to get the calf. So you can see where the action's been going on. You can see here a lot of like kicking around. You can see where the dirt's all broken up. You can see where she's, you know, circling around, and you see the wolves kind of right in here too. You can see she's almost running. You can see the wolves kind of going on. That's a pretty good sized wolf track. So it's pretty amazing when you're watching for these things and you can see them. The battle of nature is always going on. Wolves are always chasing the cows and calves. It's not very often a wolf, like a pack of wolves will go after a full grown bull moose. They're pretty formidable, but they will chase the cow and the calf, and they'll try to get the calf away from the mother, and they'll kill it. And they're pretty efficient with it. It's pretty amazing. So here, it's a little older, but you can see this happened not too long ago. I'm gonna say within the last day or two, because we've been having a lot of rain lately. So this is fairly new. So pretty amazing. I thought I'd just stop and show you and give you a little idea of what was going on there. And I'm glad I saw it. For those who are new to hunting and stuff like that, these are the kind of things that you can look for, especially when you're hunting, like doing your hunting. You see wolves around, chances are the wolves are keying in on a cow and a calf. So just some things to look forward to and watch out for. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye. So we're just about to go into this spot here, and it's one of my, like I said, it's my hot spot basically. And what we're gonna do is gonna drive in about halfway. The wind's coming in our face, so there might be something down on the other side of the hill. It's a nice little valley. It's all clear cut. It's all a lot of tag altars. A lot of times the moose like to come in and they'll bed down around there, or they'll hit the salt lake. So we're gonna go in a bit, then we're gonna walk in the rest of the bit. And if there's nothing there, we'll drive in with the salt lake and replace it and check the camera. Okay, here we go. been a little further than I thought I was going to, but it's okay. Like I said, we're kind of walking through this valley. You know what? A moose is gonna hear you like way before you'll see it. They have amazing hearing. Their smell, very good as well. Their eyesight is horrible. So they'll definitely smell you and hear you before, but they're not going to see you. The funny thing is about mooses, they can smell you, and if you're downwind, they're going to smell you like way before. But they're extremely, sorry guys, doing this with one hand. They are extremely inquisitive animals. Very, very curious. If you're out cutting wood, got your chainsaw going, up to them, it's not uncommon to turn around and see a moose sitting there looking at you or watching, kind of wondering what you're doing. Bush workers all the time, they'll be in there with their machines, and they'll see moose coming around all the time, check it out. When they come back in the morning after work, there'll be moose tracks all around their machinery. They're out just checking it out. Saying that, although, they're pretty elusive. They're amazing. They call them the ghosts of the forest for a reason. And you can call and call and call, all of a sudden turn around, and then there's a moose standing right there, and he wouldn't even hear a tree branch break. Well, anyways, getting close to the spot here. Come over the edge and see if I can see anything. If not, we're going to go down and check the salt lick, check the cameras, and then go from there. Okay, talk to you soon. Okay, so when I got here, at the final spot here, see, way back there's my tree stand. Up on that tree way back there, about 150 yards away. Anyways, you walk around here. I went in and I should have left it, but I have a pretty big logger. It's pretty heavy. It took a lot of my strength to lift it up. It was knocked over. Like I was saying, this is a pretty active spot here. So, Moose and the bear come in here. They had it knocked over. I said, this is a pretty big log that I have here. It's pretty heavy, pretty significant to knock over. But it was knocked over, and you can see, it was laying down. You can see the remnants of like the red from the salt. And you see the red on here. And like I said, this salt looks pretty beat up compared to the other one. So, right at my trail cam, right there. You see that little tree right there. And over here. So we're gonna check it. See if there's anything on there. We're gonna put the little look on here, just so there's so much action here usually with this, and I want to see if we can get the moose in here. And I'm assuming it's pretty big. Either a bull came in, knocked it over, or a big bear. So check the camera, and we'll see what's going on here. Okay. So anyway, guys, I just checked my camera. Just check your stuff. We've already put it out. I went and checked to see if I had any pictures of some moose, and no, there was videos of me in the catamaran in Cuba. So I went and grabbed the wrong card. So anyways, we know that there's stuff here because they're knocked over the salt lake. Lots of tons of track around. And as you can see, I put the new salt lick here again. The other one's still beat up, but it's even more. I put my other camera on, loaded with batteries, and I made sure the SD card was good. So anyways, I'll come back in a few weeks and just see what's going on, and we'll go from there. So until then, I'm gonna go put that other camera on, and my battery's just about to die, so I'm gonna call it a day today. We've been down here for I've been down here for a few hours now, and when I get back, it's almost supper time. If there's one thing about me, I can start Start getting grumpy when I'm hungry. So time to go eat. Talk to you soon. Thanks for walking with Bear.